Um, ever felt like society is moving in a strange direction? That most debates on both sides fail to truly represent you? Because I enjoy thinking deeply, I often find that when we take the time to fully understand and reflect on complex issues, there are often much better solutions out there. I also frequently feel that the direction society is heading doesn't match the conclusions I arrive at through critical thinking. Sometimes, it even seems like the opposing sides in many debates aren't truly opposites. What really puzzles and frustrates me is that public debates tend to stay on the surface, locked in arguments between two unsatisfying answers, rather than taking the time to explore better ones. That's why I decided to start this channel, to share and discuss my own thoughts, and to invite others to join in and search together for better answers. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Eric, a cat who loved to think. I like to solve difficult questions. Here is the place I share and discuss my solution for the problems. The main goal of this channel is to find solutions, so I hope everyone can set aside their personal stance in order to listen and engage in meaningful discussion. This is all about my channel. Let's start to talk about today's topic. This channel is a space mainly for sharing and discussing my thoughts, as well as a place where everyone can come together to explore ideas and search for answers. Beyond that, I hope to encourage open discussion while steering away from debating and arguing, so that we can help bring society back to a more rational state. Ideally, through meaningful conversations, we can even begin to uncover potential solutions to the challenges our society faces. On this channel, I'll mainly be sharing my thoughts on questions and topics that interest me. These may include political issues like immigration and abortion, philosophical questions such as moral, the last judgment from scientific perspective, and utopia, or other topics like paradoxes, wisdom, aesthetic taste, and keep fit. To maintain an environment where open discussion is possible, any comments that don't follow the rules will be removed. If you agree with the content of the video, the only rule you need to follow is to be respectful toward those who hold different views but are willing to engage in discussion. If you're leaving a comment because you disagree with the content of the video, there are a few more rules to follow. First, be respectful. Second, your comment must be at least 30 words long, meaningful, not just repeating a stance, sound logical, and relevant to the video. Please try to use clear and simple English. Including examples or using bullet points is encouraged and will help make your points easier to understand. These are the guidelines for posting comments that express disagreement. Finally, when it comes to replying to other comments, the rules are simple. They're the same as the ones for disagreeing with the video, regardless of whether your reply supports or opposes the original comment. Why are these comment rules necessary? Because this space is meant for discussion, not for debate or argument. Comments that don't follow the rules will be seen as attempts to simply push a particular stance, rather than engage in thoughtful dialogue. In other words, they're just here to argue. The reason for this view is simple. If someone is making a logical or theoretical counterargument, it's not hard to clearly express their reasoning in at least 30 words, especially if they include examples. On the other hand, arguments based purely on taking a side often lack depth or understanding of the issue. That's why it's difficult for those kinds of comments to reach 30 meaningful words. They usually end up just repeating the same point over and over. For these reasons, I decided to exclude such comments from this space. Why aren't debate and argument welcome here? Because discussion is fundamentally different from debate or argument. In a discussion, evidence is used to logically reach a conclusion. The conclusion remains open and flexible. making discussion a productive way to search for the best possible answer. Debate and argument, on the other hand, start with a fixed conclusion and then stack supporting evidence to defend it. Since the conclusion is already decided before the conversation begins and cannot be changed, this approach only hinders the search for the best answer. This channel is dedicated to finding the best conclusions, which is why debate and argument are not welcome here. Finally, I hope you'll keep one thing in mind. Don't believe my videos unless you truly understand them and have thought them through yourself. I have no interest in creating unthinking followers. What I hope to do is help more people learn to think critically, so that, together, we can help bring society back to a more rational state. That's all for this video. Thank you for your watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Every like, subscribe, and comment are a contribution to solving those difficult questions. For comments, please remember to follow the rules outlined in the description to help maintain a healthy and respectful discussion environment. I look forward to your joining our discussion and making a contribution to solving the difficult questions. Once again, thank you for your watching. Goodbye.